The precious metals industry has a little secret, and dealers are banking on you never ever figuring it out. They are making an absolute fortune from one simple fact. They know what you're going to buy before you even think about it. They have you profiled. They know that when you walk through their door or click on their website, your eyes will immediately go to the most popular, most well-known, most heavily marketed bullion in their case. And that is precisely where your money starts to vanish. This isn't some accident. It's a business model that's built on herd mentality. It banks on the idea that you'll feel safer buying the same thing everyone else is. But what if I told you that the key to building real wealth, to actually accelerating the growth of your stack, is to do the exact opposite? What if the smartest path is to actively seek out the products they don't shove in your face? In this video, I'm going to show you how to stop playing their game and flip the script. I'm pulling back the curtain on the contrarian strategy to legally and intelligently sidestep those insane markups. We're going to explore the world of cyclical and less popular products that let you acquire more ounces of metal for your hard-earned money. This isn't about finding shady deals. It's about being smarter than the average buyer and targeting the hidden value the rest of the market completely overlooks. I am Turbo, and this is Turbo Stacking, where we stack with purpose. Let's roll. Okay, before we get started, I wanted to take a moment to thank all of you, subscribers and non-subscribers alike, everybody that's watched any of my videos. The channel reached 1,000 subscribers this week, and I'm going to finish a video I am making regarding that milestone. And more information will be coming soon. My next video should be about this milestone. All right. Before we can win, we have to understand the opponent. And for us stackers, the opponent is the premium. So what is it? Simply put, a premium is the amount you pay for a coin or bar above the actual melt value or spot price of the metal inside it. If silver is $38 an ounce and you buy 1 ounce coin for $45, you just paid a $7 premium. Now, a certain level of premium is totally unavoidable and justified. It costs money to run a mint, design a coin, cover shipping, and for the dealer to make a reasonable profit to keep their doors open. I have no problem with that. That's just business. But there's a line. And that line gets crossed when the premium stops being about covering costs and starts being about capitalizing on popular demand. The undisputed king of the high premium world is the American Silver Eagle. It's one of the most recognized and liquid silver coins on the planet, and dealers know this. They know that stackers, especially new stackers, have heard of it. They know it's backed by the U.S. Mint, and they know that it brings a powerful sense of security. So they charge a premium that is often significantly higher than other products. While premiums have come down from the crazy highs seen between 2020 and 2022, it's still common to see them in the 20% to 40% range over the spot price of silver. During a market squeeze, that can easily jump to 50% or more. Let's do some quick hard math because this is where it gets real. With silver spot at $38 an ounce, a 35% premium means you're paying an extra $13.30 for that coin. Your total cost is over $51 for 1 ounce of metal. You're starting the race with a serious handicap, deep in the red from the moment you buy. And this isn't just about Silver Eagles. The same often applies to other fan favorites like the Canadian Maple Leaf or any coin that gets special proof or limited edition designations. Dealers are playing on a powerful psychological trigger, familiarity. We're conditioned to trust brands we recognize. In the bullion world, the American Eagle is the Coca-Cola of silver. It's familiar, it's everywhere, and people will pay more for it without asking why. They're banking on you choosing comfort over calculation. They are relying on you to follow the herd right into their high margin trap. So how do you escape the trap? You adopt a contrarian mindset. Contrarianism sounds fancy, but it's dead simple. It means you deliberately go against the popular trend. When the herd is stampeding one way, you stop, look around, and find the overlooked path. For precious metals, it means you stop chasing what's popular and start hunting for what's valuable. You buy things when sentiment is low, when they are ignored, or just plain boring. This takes a shift in your thinking. You have to detach emotionally from the purchase. You're not a collector paying for a pretty picture. You're a stacker, an accumulator of weight. Your number one goal is to get the most ounces for the least money. The name on the coin or the animal stamped on it, that's secondary. I learned this the hard way when I started. I did what everyone does. I walked into a shop and bought a handful of shiny American Silver Eagles at $15 over spot. This was during COVID. I was proud. But when I tracked my spending, I had a painful realization. My ounce count was growing way too slowly for the money I was putting in. I was paying a fortune in premiums. That's when the light bulb went on. I was paying for marketing. I was paying for hype. I wasn't building a collection of art. I was building a financial lifeboat. And I wanted that lifeboat to be as big and heavy as possible. The contrarian stacker knows that markets are cyclical. What's hot today will eventually cool off, and what's cold and ignored today, with a tiny premium, holds the most potential. The contrarian asks one question: how do I get the most metal for my money? Not, what's everyone else buying? This puts you in the driver's seat. You become a value hunter, looking for boring, unloved, industrial-looking products that offer the exact same thing, an ounce of pure silver, for a fraction of the premium. This is how you flip the script. Okay, mindset is one thing. Let's get practical. What should be on your shopping list? This is your Contrarian toolkit for building a heavier, more cost-effective stack. Number 1, generic silver rounds or bars. This is your bread and butter. Generic rounds and bars are made by private mints, not governments. Think of them as the store brand versus the big national brand. They have the same 0.999 fine silver, but no legal tender status. Because of that, the premiums are way lower. While a Silver Eagle might have a premium of $8 or more, you can often find generic rounds for just a couple of bucks over spot. The key is to buy from reputable private mints like Sunshine Minting or Scottsdale Mint, or from major dealers whose brand is on the line. You get the same metal, not the marketing, and your stack will grow much, much faster. Number 2, junk silver. Don't let the name fool you. This is one of the smartest buys out there. The term refers to old U.S. dimes, quarters, and half dollars from 1964 and earlier, which were made of 90% silver. These coins are instantly recognizable as real money. The days of finding them at or below their melt value are disappearing, but still around as the premium starts to increase. They are still a fantastic buy. You get built-in divisibility for small-scale transactions without the crazy markups on modern fractional coins. It's historical, it's recognizable, and it's a cost-effective way to stack. Number 3, the unloved sovereign silver coins. So you still want the security of a government-minted coin. I get it. But you don't have to pay the premium for a Silver Eagle. There's a whole world of other sovereign coins that are just as pure and legitimate, but have a lower premium simply because they have less market demand in North America. Look for coins like the Austrian Philharmonic, the South African Krugerrand, or the British Britannia. These are beautiful, high-quality coins from world-renowned mints. You can often get a gorgeous government-backed coin like a Philharmonic for a premium that sits in a happy medium, well below an eagle, though still a bit above a generic round. You get government backing without the blockbuster premium. Number 4, pre-1933 U.S. gold. Here's a target for the serious gold stacker, pre-1933 U.S. gold coins, like the $20 St. Gaudens and the Liberty Head Double Eagles. They were actually minted currency before the government recalled gold in 1933. These coins are made of a more durable 90% gold, 10% copper alloy, which was designed for circulation. For a contrarian, the magic is in the premium. Common date circulated versions of these historic coins can often be bought for much lower premium than the modern 1 ounce American gold eagles. You're acquiring a piece of U.S. history with a known gold content, 0.9675 troy ounces for the double eagles, often for not much more than its melt value. You get the weight plus a numismatic value that modern bullion doesn't have. Number 5, classic foreign gold. This is the ultimate way to buy fractional gold without paying the insane premiums on modern 1/10 and 1/4 ounce coins. For decades, European governments minted millions of gold coins for trade, like the British sovereign, the French 20 franc rooster, and the Swiss 20 franc Helvetia. Because they were made in huge quantities and are smaller than a full ounce, such as a sovereign is 0.2354 and a franc is 0.1867, their premiums are incredibly low. These coins are highly recognizable, liquid, and allow you to accumulate gold in smaller, more affordable units. You're buying historical government-backed gold for a premium that's often just a fraction over what you'd pay for a brand new, modern fractional coin. Number 6, the ultimate contrarian metal, platinum. This is where we level up. For decades, platinum was gold's richer cousin, but market cycles have flipped that script. As of mid-2025, platinum often trades at a significant discount to gold. Platinum is primarily an industrial metal used heavily in catalytic converters for cars. This means its price is cyclical and can get deeply undervalued when economic forecasts are gloomy. That's a signal for contrarian. While everyone is watching the gold to silver ratio, the smart stacker is eyeing the gold to platinum ratio. When platinum is cheap relative to gold, it can be an incredible buying opportunity. You can often buy platinum coins like the American Platinum Eagle or Canadian Platinum Maple Leaf with reasonable premiums, acquiring the metal for a far rarer metal than gold at a potential historic discount. It's the quintessential move for buying what's unloved. Here's a simple 4-step action plan for every purchase you make. Number 1, always know the spot price. Before you do anything, pull out your phone and check the live spot prices. Never walk into a negotiation blind. Number 2, calculate the premium percentage. Don't just look at the dollar amount. Calculate it as a percentage. Premium divided by spot price times 100. This lets you compare apples to apples. A $5 premium on a silver coin is a huge deal. On a gold coin, it's a rounding error. Your goal is always the lowest premium percentage. Number 3, diversify your dealers. Don't be loyal to one shop. I see this a lot. Check prices at a few local shops and 3 or 4 major online dealers. Prices vary. Shopping around forces them to compete for your business. Number 4, have a buy list. Go in with a plan. Know your contrarian targets. Generic rounds, junk silver, your favorite unloved sovereigns, and low premium historic gold. When a dealer sees you know exactly what you want and that you're not just going to buy the first shiny thing they show you, the whole conversation changes. Now, for a final thought on liquidity. The main argument against this strategy is that a generic round won't be as easy to sell as a silver eagle. There is a tiny bit of truth there. The eagle is the most liquid coin on the market, but the difference is marginal. The vast majority of reputable dealers will instantly recognize and buy back a 1 ounce generic round or Krugerrand. The same is true for common date pre-33 gold and classic European gold coins. You might get a slightly lower price relative to spot compared to an eagle, but here's the critical part. The massive savings you got on the premium when you bought it will almost always outweigh the slightly wider spread when you sell. You are still miles ahead. Don't let a phantom fear of a tiny liquidity difference trick you into paying a massive, wealth-destroying premium upfront. The path to successful stacking isn't about following the crowd. It's about understanding the game and refusing to play by rules designed to make you lose. Stop paying for marketing. Stop paying for hype. Start focusing on the thing that matters, the weight of the metal in your hand. Be an accumulator of ounces, not a collector of high premium novelties. By thinking like a contrarian and targeting the undervalued, overlooked, you will build a bigger, heavier, and more resilient stack for the exact same amount of money. Your future self will thank you for it. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the single most outrageous premium you've ever been quoted on a gold or silver coin? Drop it in the comments below. Let's share some more stories. Here's mine. My first 3 silver eagles I bought, I paid $50 a piece for them in 2022. That was during COVID, but that was a $15, $20 premium. Insanity. I had to watch YouTube videos to figure out I was being led down the wrong path. If you want to keep learning how to stack smarter, protect your wealth, and get ahead of the curve, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming next. As you were, stack with purpose, turbo out.